Hi friends, this is Kristen Fagan with Softlex Company, and we're just getting ready for a new episode of Free Spirit Beading. I'll be on in just a moment. Hi. Hi, Lydia. Hey, everyone that's joining me. I'm Kristen, and I'm your host of this episode of Free Spirit Beading here on the Softlex Company Facebook page and YouTube channel. I go live on Mondays. Right now, it's at 2 p.m. Pacific time. However, that may change once the times change. So just be aware of that. Hey, Gail and Kim, Pam and Thomas and Donna, Heaven's Handcrafted. Thank you for joining me. Hi, Catherine. So we're going to do some macrame today. I'll give you a little example. We're going to be working with the items in the Summer Rain Design Kit. And I'm basically going to go off this pattern that we did in Customer Appreciation Week. So we did this really sweet pattern with the pinks and purples and spinel wire during Customer Appreciation Week last week, which was so much fun. Still tired. Still trying to get myself going again. And after doing this, I thought that it would be really fun to try that pattern with those little 8x3mm daggers that come in the kit. So I'm giving this one a try. And I hope that when I put it on my wrist, the daggers will lay flat. I'm thinking because they do here that they will. So we'll just see what happens when we take it off the board. Yeah, it's really cute. It's really a pretty design. And I thought maybe I was going to do it one of the videos last week, but it just got crazy busy and I didn't get a chance to work on it. So okay, I'll share it with you all here today. And this way you can see the design pattern again and how it's done. And then you'll have two variations. This one here with the rondelles in the center and around the edges. And then the other one with the round beads and the daggers around the edges. And since we got a button in the summer design kit, we can use that button as the closure, and we got a few charms in there. So I'm going to be using items, the findings pack and beads from our Summer Rain design kit. If you happen to have that one at home, you can make the design similar to me. If you don't have it, we are sold out. However, you can still pick up the Summer Rain bead mix, and you can pick up the cloud, which is what I'm wearing here in this necklace. We did this design last week too. I think that was on Wednesday. You can still pick up the Summer Rain cloud. I think there's only 3 of these left, and I don't believe we're getting any more. So once those are gone, they'll be gone. And you can also pick up the Purple Petals design kit. That is our newest one that we just launched last week. We are about 63 sold out already, and it hasn't even been a full week yet. So that one's moving really quickly. And there may be beads in there that you can do this design with. Well, speaking about Purple Petals, we did launch a Purple Petals bead strand. And that's this one right here. And currently, until tomorrow at midnight or until these sell out, you can get them for free when your order is over $55. That is good for both retail and designer customers. You don't have to do anything. You just get your order over $55, and this will be added to your cart. And I think there's only about 20 of these strands left as of this morning. So once they're gone, that offer will be gone too, or it'll end tomorrow, August 3rd at midnight Pacific time, whichever comes first. Hey everyone, we're all doing okay. Nice to see you today, Iona. Hi, Karen. Yeah, I'm glad you caught me live too. So Purple Petals, that's our new design kit. That one we have stock still at the moment. Spend $55 or more and get the Purple Petals bead strand for free. And I am working with the Summer Rain items. So I'm going to be using some beads from the Summer Rain bead mix. I have the daggers and those little rondelles that came in the kit. I'm also going to be using Soft Flex in the blue topaz, and I also have a little bit of white. You can do this design all in blue topaz if that's what you have, or you can combine it with another color. I chose white to go and be like my my base threads. Catherine Stewart says, can you show us the purple mix? I can show you the Purple Petals bead strand, but the kit and the mix are currently still a mystery until the end of this month of August. So here's the bead strand, and that gives you a little hint that it will coordinate with the Purple Petals design kit, which will include a Purple Petals bead mix, but I don't have those to show you yet, and I would not show them to you until the reveal date, which is the end of this month. It's the last Wednesday of the month that we'll be opening that mystery kit and revealing the contents. So hopefully that helps give you a little bit of an idea. All the kits are mystery kits. We do that because it's a lot of fun that way. A lot of our customers really enjoy the aspect of the mystery, and it just has always been how we've done our kits, and we will continue to do these particular monthly kits will continue to be done as a mystery. That doesn't mean every kit we ever introduce is, but our monthly kits always are. Yeah. All right. So hope everyone's having an okay Monday and rested up after our extravaganza week, customer appreciation week, I should say, last week. That was a lot of fun. If anyone was a winner in the trivia games, I'm packaging up all of those prizes. And I do have to go get some shipping packages because I don't normally ship things here. So I do have to run to the store and get some shipping packages and put all of the little prizes together. So it may just take me a little bit longer to get those out to you than they would normally in the office because I don't normally ship from here. But I should have them in the mail to you sometime this week. So congrats to all the trivia winners for there. Kim says, Neato, I am making fiber nests in purple as I watch. Purple rocks. Yeah, awesome. We are going to be feeling the purple vibes for August. So happy August, everyone. I can't believe it. My kids start school this week. So we are officially done with summer. So let's show you what we're working with here. One more time before I push this aside. That's the Purple Petals bead strand. And I'll move that out of my way. We've got some items here from the Summer Rain design kit, and I have already been designing with it. So these aren't all the beads that came, but that's what we were working with today. So here's the Summer Rain bead strand. And so this will give you a little idea. So here's the bead strand from Summer Rain, and this was pretty much what you received in the kit. So everything except for the strand, that's sold separately. all of these items came in the kit. There still are some of these available if you want to get more of this particular strand. You really like those blues and grays, and there's a good amount of silver in here. So it's a very nice neutral strand to have. If you like those bigger beads. I haven't used this one yet, so this is a really pretty twisted check glass strand that came in the kit. And I've used a little bit of all of these. So these are some dark blue fire polish. Yummaroonies. Kim says, yummaroonies for all of the purple in August. Oh, Lorraine is watching from the UK, and another 2 hours, it will be Tuesday there. You guys are almost a whole day ahead of us. This is such a pretty cobalt blue. So that's what I have left from the necklace that I had already made. I'm not going to be using that one right now today, though. I will be using these. So I've got a handful of these left. I think I had 20 total of these little rondelles. And I had used these in my summer rain necklace last week. And now I'm going to use them in the macrame as well. I don't know what size they are. I'd probably say they're about 3 or 4 millimeter rondelle. And I know we're going to get more of this particular type of bead in stock. So if you like this bead in the kit, stay tuned. Or if you missed the kit, stay tuned. We're going to be bringing in some more strands of these in a few different colors. They have like a little AB finish. They're your fave. Oh, good. So we're going to get some more of those in for you, Kim. Yeah, I think they're really pretty. They're nice, neutral bead. They can add a little pop of color. I'm a big fan of rondelle shapes. I think they're such a fun shape to play with. And at that size, they can act as a great little spacer. And then these are the daggers. These are 8 millimeter by 3, I think. Let me just check. Yeah, 8 by 3 millimeter gray daggers. Check glass also. They have a little bit of like a marbly finish on top. And we are going to use those today. With the kits, you always get a 10-foot spool of soft flex beading wire. This is the blue topaz color. And a little note about this color, this actually was discontinued and out of stock. And with it, all of the trios and everything that was had this color in it also went out of stock. But we found that our manufacturer had some left over, had quite a few feet of wire left over in the warehouse. So we had to bring that in, and now it's officially, we've got all of the wire that's left. And so we reintroduced it in this kit. We also reintroduced it, any of the trios that had this color, like Tranquility and Mermaid's Lagoon had it, and a couple of others. Those were added back into stock, and it'll be available again for a limited time until we run out of it. So blue topaz is back for a limited time. Karen is asking, twisted beads still available? They are not. The twisted beads were only in the kit. We didn't get any extras of these. So this was just strictly a kit only item. And the kit has sold out as of last week. So I'm going to be using blue topaz, and I combined it with white. Both of them are soft flex medium, 0.019 diameter, that I'm going to be working with and using for our macrame project today. Lastly, we've got this wonderful mix here. This is the Summer Rain bead mix, and it's got a nice assortment of blues, a little bit of teal, some grays, and a lot of silver in here too. So you got bead frames like that, and then just a little bit of pop of this nice lavender purple color. So I'm going to be using these beads, which are kind of look like a faux lava rock that has been dyed. See how it's all porous? So those are the ones I'm going to be using from the Summer Rain bead mix in this design. I'm just going to pull those out. This mix had a lot of silver spacers in there, quite a few different bead caps, and it is still available. On the website at softluxcompany.com. We usually get a little extra of the bead mix each month and load that up for anyone that, let me see if there's any more of those lava rock. I don't think there is. I think I got them all. Load them up for anyone who wants some extra kit bead mix, or if you just missed the kit and you want to get the mix. Couple of little teeny tiny tassels in here. All right, I think I got all of my lava. I like the stars. These are so cute for like the bottom of earrings. I always like making earrings with these. Okay, so that's the mix. That's still available. And then the findings that you got in the kit are 2x2 millimeter crimp tubes, some jump rings, some ear wires, and some charms. Got this little froggy charm that I think I'll use on the bracelet today. These really pretty apple blossom charms, which will make great matching earrings. And I am using the apple blossom button for the clasp here on the end of the macrame bracelet. Becky says, love those big silver beads. Yeah, those were a surprise. I don't think I usually see really big beads like this in the bead mixes, and they've got a little weight to them too. They are nice, and you get 2 of those to play with. Kim says, yeah, those stars were the first ones she used. They are so cute. So pretty. You can make such fanciful items with those. Cute little froggy. And the froggy and the apple blossom items are made from our friends over at TierraCast. They are made in the USA, and they make really nice quality, high quality bindings. And I will be using a mini macrame board. So we'll move on to tools. Using the mini macrame board to set up my bracelet. I have a runaway dagger over here. And I'll be using a pair of flush cutters and a pair of crimpers. I've got the magical crimping pliers that I'm working with. So we'll start. I'm just going to show you how I start the design, and then we will work on adding all of the decorative elements and finishing this one. So I just grabbed a different button that I have in my stash just to show you how I started. And I'm going to pull some wire from my little, the stash bag is getting really big. This is where I put all the remnants or wires that I may have cut but didn't end up using. And it is growing. So I'm just going to pull out some wire from here to play with. Just so I can show you how to get it started. Let's see. See See if I have any pieces that are long enough that are going to make sense. I think that one will work. Aha. So I'm working with two different colors. For my design that we're going to be finishing, I worked with the white for the bottom and the blue topaz for the knotting wire. This one, the white one, I cut about 20 inches or so, because you want it to fit the entire macrame board so you can kind of tuck it in when it's folded over. So cut about 20 inches of the white or whatever color you're using on the bottom, and then 60 inches for whichever color you're using for your knotting. So 20 inches here, 60 inches here. Hi, Susanna. Nice to see you from New York. Welcome. So you first take your bottom wire, which in my bracelet was white, but I'm just using this blue here as a demonstration to show you how to attach it to the button. That will be your 20-inch wire. And you're going to take the 2x2 millimeter crimp tubes and string it down. You want to make sure your button is in the center of your wire, so that this, where it falls right here, is the center between the entire thing. And you're going to bring your crimp tube down towards your button and then crimp it closed. I am using my magical crimping pliers. These take a 2x2 millimeter crimp tube and then turn it into a little bead. They only work with the 2x2 millimeter crimp tubes, but you can use any crimping pliers that you have for a 2 millimeter crimp. You're going to squeeze it once when it's centered in that notch, and it'll give you pinched 4 corners. It'll be like a puffed squared or a ravioli, as we like to say. You just need to make sure that you get your crimp centered right in between those notches there. Now I'm going to turn my crimp 90 degrees, place it back inside that crimping plier. You want it to be centered again. Give it another squeeze, and then you're going to go around a few times. I like to kind of roll that crimp in that space. Let's see. There we go. And it makes it like a little oval. So now these are my bottom wires, like I used for the white here. And I'm just going to take the button, slide it into one of these notches, and then tuck the wire in at the bottom. You can either tuck them together into one, or you can slightly separate them right next to each other, whichever feels better. You don't want these wires to really twist up when you're knotting, so sometimes just creating a little bit of a space is helpful. I'm going to move this one so it doesn't confuse us right now. So I've got my button in there and it's crimped, and I have my 2 bottom wires running the length of the board, and then I have a little bit left over. And you just want your wires to make sure they fit the length of the board and a little bit left over so that it's nice and comfortable and they don't kind of pop out while you're working. All right, so your knotting wire, this is the wire that is 60 inches long. And on this case, I used the blue topaz. And I just grabbed this one out of my little stash of remnants just to show you guys how to get it started. So this is usually 60 inches. You're going to slide it underneath your center wires, and you're going to find your center again so that your center of that wire is right there. Okay, let me grab a book just so I can prop myself up a little bit higher. Okay, there we go. It's a little closer so you can see what I'm doing. So now we're going to create a square knot. And I usually do about three square knots in the beginning before I add my bead. That's what I did over here. So you're going to make sure that this part's in the center, your stringing wire, so that each side is just about the same length. You're going to take your right side and you're going to loop it over your center wires. You'll take your left side, you're going to come down and cross that knotting wire and on top, and then you're going to go under both this perpendicular line and your center wires, and you're going to pull it through the loop that you had made on the right side. And then you're going to pull it nice and tight. And that is the first half of your square knot. And I usually make a full knot and then I just slide it up to my crimp. So I'll do the next side. So now we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to do it on the left side. So we're going to create our loop on the left, have it go over our center wires. Then we take this wire on the right, go over this one coming this perpendicular there, and then go under the center two wires and through that loop that you had made. And then you pull your tails tight, and that is your complete first square knot. And now I just usually slide it up because at this point it's easy to slide. Once you get another knot in there, it's not going to be easy to slide. So I just slide it up to the top so that it's closer to where the crimp is. Then you're going to do that 2 more times before you add a bead. So we're going to make our loop, cross the center, go down under the center wires and through that loop you made, pull that tight, and do the same thing on the left side. So now we've got 2 complete square knots. Let's see if I can get one more in there before I start running out of wire. And I was still able to kind of push it up. So if it slides down a little bit, I was still able to kind of push it back up. So now I've got 3 full knots there. Then I added my bead. And I actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, I've got 5 beads on that pattern. So you can take 5 of these little beads next and then string them onto your center wires. So you're going to come to the bottom, pop these wires out. And I find once I string a bead, you don't have to like separate those wires at the bottom much anymore. It's just kind of in the beginning. It's nice to have a little separation so they don't start twisting when you're doing your first couple of knots. Okay. So your bead goes on both wires and then you can tuck it back in. And if you wanted to load up all 5 for your next pattern, you could do that. And then just slide that bead all the way to the top. And then we go about doing our knots the same way again. We're just kind of doing it around that bead. We'll see if I have enough wire or if I got to move over to the next bracelet. There's 1/2 of the knot. And then you can change your pattern here, how many knots you want to do. So you'll notice that first half, here, let me pull it closer, that first half of that knot doesn't get real tight around that bead. So before you pull your second half of that knot, you just want to give it a little tug, tighten it up, and then pull tight. And then it'll tighten up around there a little bit better. So that's the pattern, that's the knot. We're going to come over here and work on this bracelet and add in our little daggers as well. So I'm just going to pop this off. And you'll see what I've got going here is I did 3 square knots, then I strung on a bead, and then I did 1 square knot in between each of these beads. So that means I did a right side, a left side. So that's half and half to make 1 full square knot. So you've got 3 and then a bead, 1 and then a bead, 1, another bead, 1 bead, 1 bead, and then 1 more. And then we add in our little flower component. And then I did another one after that, added 2 beads, only to give enough space so that the daggers weren't too close to one another. And then we'll do this again. And then we've got 2 beads again. So there's just 1 knot in between all of these here, with the exception of the top. And now we'll add in this little centerpiece again. So to add the centerpiece, I'm using these little round faux lava rock or dyed lava rocks. I'm not sure what they are exactly, but that's what they remind me of. You just slide that up, and I strung that on both wires. And then I can tuck that back down so it doesn't move on me. Even if the bead goes down, I'm not going to lose it. And then I'm going to string 6 daggers on each of these knotting wires. So while I'm doing this, why don't you tell me what you thought of Customer Appreciation Week? We held it last week. It was in the Softflex VIB Studio group, as well as on the Softflex Company Facebook page and YouTube channel. We had three 3 videos most days. The exception of Thursday, we just had 2, and then we had 4 on Friday. And we had a lot of really fun presentations from some of our beading friends and bead store friends. Lydia says, it was fun, lots of information. Yeah, and you can go back and watch them at any time. It's probably easiest in the on the Softflex Company YouTube channel, because we have a playlist that we put together of all of the videos. But you can find them, the replays, in the group as well as in the Facebook page. We'll see how that kind of will pull around that bead when we add our knot, and then it'll create our little petals. So now that I strung on the right side, I am going to take this strand and just tuck it into one of these notches. It doesn't matter which one. I'm just protecting that strand so that the beads don't roll away. And then I'll do 6 on the left side. I think some of the presenters still have kits left. For the most part, I think they may have a couple left. If anyone missed a kit and you watched it and really wanted one, I think they still have some kits left. Becky is asking, are there videos on how to make the bracelets pictured under the macrame board on that page, the 8th picture in particular? Under the macrame board on that page. I don't know exactly what you're talking about, Becky. Donna says, it looks like sunflowers. Oh, wouldn't that be pretty to do a brown or black center and then yellow or orange or even red? I know there's red sunflowers. Little daggers. Oh, that would be so pretty to make it look like sunflowers. What a great idea. Oh, on the website where it shows the board. If it shows a design under a product on the website, we probably have a tutorial for it, yes. I'm not sure which one is the 8th picture. Maybe Damien can take a look and see if he can find it, but you should be able to find it in, if it's a macrame item, we do have a macrame playlist on YouTube, so maybe it would be in there. But yeah, if you're looking at our products on our website and you're looking at the extra pictures under the product section, we should have a video for everything that we show there. Barbara says, I enjoyed Customer Appreciation Week and really appreciated learning new ways to use Softflex. Fantastic. We appreciated that too. We thought it was really nice to see how other people were using Softflex, because you guys hear from me and Sarah regularly, but it's nice to see what other people are doing with it. Donna is asking, where can you get the boards at? Hey, Donna, we have the Mini Macramé boards for sale at softflexcompany.com, so you can find them there. They're really a handy tool. I use it for macrame, but you can use it for all sorts of knotting projects. If you do wrap bracelets, or even if you just want to string bracelets up and maybe you don't want to clasp them right away, or even a necklace too, the little notches are so helpful to just keep your design in place. Okay, so now that I've got 6, let me just double count. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. Yes. So now that I have 6 little daggers on each side, and I just chose 6 because when I did 5, it didn't seem like there was enough to really fill up the space, and 7 probably would be too much. So I just played with the size that I have here, which is the 8x3mm dagger, and this was the count that made the most sense for the design, in my opinion. So depending on what beads you're using, you may have more or less. If they're larger, you'll have less. If they're even smaller, you might have more. But I've got 6 daggers on each side. And now that I've got them strung, I can go back to doing my knotting the same way that I have been doing it. So I'm just going to take the right side first, cross it over the middle, take the left side, cross it over top of this strand right here, and then tuck it underneath the middle 2 strands and through that loop I made. And then I'm just going to pull, and I'm going to try and flatten my design out a little bit. I might have to pull the white wires down. This way I just want to make sure that I can get my tension on here good. So just like doing any of the other beads, your first pass, your first knot is not going to be super secure until I get that second one. So it's going to kind of pop back up a little bit. So now I'm going to do the second half, which is the left side. You make your loop, and you take the right strand, you go over this strand here, and then you tuck it under the middle strands and pull it through the loop. And now I'm going to get it to be able to really tighten it. So I'm going to pull those wires as I get closer. I'm just going to kind of keep fiddling a little bit here. Pull those wires tight, and then I can make that second half of the knot, and it kind of pops those daggers into place. So now I have one full square knot underneath it, and I'm going to add 2 more of those little rondelle beads. Lois says, that's a unique way of using the daggers. Thank you. I do think daggers are fun because you can do like some unique things with them, but they are also a little challenging to make them lay properly. We had a fun design. I'm sure I'll see more too in the Softflex VIB Studio, which is our Facebook group that use daggers. And so since I'm going to do 2 beads, I can string 2 on right now. I'm just only going to push 1 up to the top, and I'll just let the other kind of hang out. And then I will tuck these white strands into the bottom again, because I want to have a knot in between these 2. Kim says the baby daggers are so cute. They are so tiny. They really are like little baby daggers. All right, so now I'm just going to create 1 full knot. I'll do the right side, do the left side. So if you join us in the VIB Studio Facebook group, you'll see all sorts of fun designs that are going to be made with these daggers. And then I can just slide up that second bead and create a full knot again. And once again, you'll see that the wire kind of pulls away from the bead on that first knot. So before I tighten it, I just kind of pull that And then I can tighten this, and if you want to do it one more time as you get closer, you can pull it and then quickly pop the other one. And now I'm going to do another little flower. I think I have a total of, let's see if they rolled away. Yeah, I've got 2 more of these left. So I guess I'll do 2 more flowers and then just move back into, yeah, that's my husband, Lois. He is having asthma issues today and actually for the last week or so. So he is not feeling so well. Donna says, I absolutely love this design. Thanks, Donna. So at this point, I'm going to add 2 more of these flowers and then see where I'm at. And then I'll probably add, I have 5 of those beads there. And then I'll do 3 more of the knots on the other side before I end it. But that's going to take me a little while. So I'll probably stop on the video here and show you how we ended the last one. And then I can just share a picture in the VIB studio, or if you want to see the whole thing to the end, I know I have a handful of other square knot macrame bracelets over on the Softlex Company YouTube channel that you could see how I ended it there too, because this will probably take me a little bit longer to keep going. So what we'll do after your last bead, I usually do a couple more square knots. In this case, I've got 3. And then I do this little triangle ending here. And so what I've done is taken 2 on one side and 2 wires on the other side and crimped it with a 2 by 2 millimeter crimp tube and the magical crimping pliers. Those 2 on that one, and then this one on this one. And then I cut away one of the strands so that I just have one left. You see I cut away the spinel and left just the purple coming out of these 2 crimps. And then I gather those 2 together, those 2 purple strands, put a 2 by 2 crimp tube and create my loop for the button closure. So this is just beaded up with Softlex wire along the inside. And then you bring that back down into your crimp and you crimp it. And then lastly, I just added a little charm in this little center section just to hide those connections and add a cute little charm. And this is where I'm going to put the little froggy charm on this one. So you'll just need to make sure you make your loop fit your bead, about the same width of your bead. And then you'll be able to slide that right down and that'll be your clasp. And if you want to see how I finished this one, I did do the complete finishing on that customer appreciation week video last week. I think it was Monday's video. I think it was last Monday. Kim is asking, are you working from 1 kit or 2? Wondering, I have 3 of those lava style beads in mine. I am just working from 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I'm just working from 1 kit. It looks like I have 5. I believe they're all the same. I wonder if there's something else that I got less of that you got more of, because sometimes that could happen. I was thinking about even using these. They could have been a good swap for the center as well. They're just a little bit bigger. But yeah, I'm just using the bead mix that came in the kit, and I just have the one. So here's that bracelet, same design, but with little rondelles around it instead of the daggers. Super cute, really easy to wear. I love the button closure. I think that's always really fun. Gail only has 4 of the lava beads. Yeah, I don't think I had any more than, and you know, usually they do have 4. So maybe it's odd that I happen to have one more, because a lot of times these bead mixes will be in 2s or 4s or 6s. So it could just be possible that I got an odd one to have 5 in it. So maybe you'll have to adjust the design a little bit to have 4 or 3 in the center in your case, Kim, and just add some extra beads on the front end and the back end. And just do it more like this one here, where I've got 3 of the flowers in the center. Really cute design. I hope you try to do some macrame, and I will finish this one out and I will share a picture of it in the VIB studio, and it'll also have a picture on the Softlex Company blog, which is right on our website at the end of the week. Really, really fun. And I'm going to go check on my husband and see how he's doing. We've got him drinking some tea and things right now, and he does have medicine and stuff that he's taking. So thank you. Thank you for the well wishes. Sue said hers had 4. Yeah, I think it's common that you probably should have 4. I think maybe mine was just an oddball that happened to have had 5. Sometimes that happens. Let's go and switch. So I hope you enjoyed today's macrame bracelet idea, and you'll give it a try. And I hope he feels better soon too. And if you are purchasing some summer rain items on the shop right now, just a reminder that we're doing the free Purple Petals bead strand up $55 or over order, and you don't need to do anything for that. It'll just automatically pop in your cart for free while they last. I know they're going really fast, so we've only have about 20 or so left as of this morning, or they'll end tomorrow, which is August 3rd at midnight Pacific time, and we'll have something new for you. So stay tuned for that on Wednesday. Yeah, sending prayers. I should be fine, Donna. I don't think I'll catch anything. He does have asthma, and right now I think he's having quite a reaction to something this week. So, yeah. All right, lots of love to you all. Have a wonderful week, and I will see you back here next Monday for a new episode of Free Spirit Beading. Bye, everybody. Oh, Kim is saying, sometimes my girl uses a diffuser to level her asthma a little bit. Yeah, we've got 2 diffusers in the house, 1 humidifier, nebulizer. So we've got inhalers. We've got all sorts of stuff going on. But thank you. I appreciate that. I've got some special essential oils that we were trying as well. Every little bit helps. Thanks. Yeah, it's turning out to be a cute bracelet. I'll share the finished one with you in the group and then again on the blog. So stay tuned for that. Okay, everyone. I'll talk to you later. Bye.